Quite the entry there, right?
That's an Alberta entry.
As my guy Ralph would say, oh, you're such an ants. He usually says that before I do something like that. So I'm going to start something here, and then I'm going to tell you about this in a little while. What I'm going to start talking about is some things that are a little bit tough to hear, and be a little bit beautiful to share as well. So when we walk into a room like this, we're surrounded by people who are like us. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here. If I was going to say under the B, 2, we'd be at bingo, but we're not. We're here at a recovery event because we've probably lost something. In order to recover, you have to lose something. So what have we all lost here, right? Man, what have we lost? We might have lost our crack pipe along the way, a little bottle of whiskey, our dignity, and our faith. So you should be ashamed of yourselves, shouldn't you? Don't like that word, should. It's a nasty word, and yet we hear it all the time. And we hear it from ourselves. Oh, I shouldn't have eaten that donut. I shouldn't have forgotten your birthday. The word lost, for me, has a different resonance. Sorry for your loss. That's what we say when somebody loses someone that they love. Who here has lost someone that they love? Big numbers. Big numbers. So on August the 8th, I've got it on my hand, 08/08/2001, just like my son. It was the day my daughter was born. Oh, Emily Joy. Beautiful. What a name, right? That's why I have exponential joy. On August 26th, 2011, my son went out on a sea-doo with his sister, last day before back to school. His girlfriend was on another sea-doo. Normal, nothing unexpected. Except that there was a boat, and the boat swerved to miss one sea-doo, and it hit the other sea-doo. Emily died instantly. My son Jared's patella was smashed. His shoulder was ripped open. His spine was twisted 13 to 15%. Repetitive language. The words that he heard that stuck in his heart like a knife were the words his father said. You killed your baby sister. Who does that? It's a trauma response. And it hurt. Then I worked through the process of not going back into cocaine and crack, man, because that would have been so nice. I could have just left it all behind because there's nothing like that sweet inhale off a crack pipe. And I didn't. Instead, I chose to find a way to recover my joy. Sorry for your loss. I didn't lose a backpack, I lost my daughter. Yet those words were words of encouragement, and they ripped through me. I was angry. I was angry because the boat driver was not tested for blood and alcohol level, yet my son was. Why? Many reasons, most of which I really do not know, but yet the story that I built in my mind. Emily's father and I went our separate ways. I love you, but I'm not in love with you were the words he told me, and my only thought was, no shit, Sherlock. Really? Inside voice. It was all inside, right? It was all inside, and my insides were angry. I was seething. You would have crossed the road. Because I was always in warrior pose, right? And it wasn't because I became a yoga teacher, it was because I was ready to kick anybody's ass that crossed my way. I was angry. And the thing about anger is it's really valuable. It's a fulcrum. Because if you're in depression, you don't care. Why bother? Whereas anger will move you forward. It's powerful. So when you're angry, feel angry. And then go deeper. Why are you so angry? Because beneath anger is sadness. I learned that from my counselor. She said to me, have you ever told Emily how angry you are? She's my cousin too. So she was, she had the knowledge of my story. Angry at my daughter for leaving me? Let me think about that. So I went home, looked at her precious picture, because Emily is gorgeous. She's so beautiful. And I said, how dare you choose to die and leave me here alone? We don't know what to do without you. We are all struggling so very, very much. Because see, generational addiction, her father, me, all 4 of my sons, my father, the layers and levels of the story in my life. See, I chose this life. We all chose our lives, whether you believe in life after death, life before death, or any of it. You chose the lessons in your life because you are a strong warrior. And you can either run from it, or you can run towards it. That's what happens with addiction. We run away time and time and time again because it's too hard, right? It's just so hard. So I want you to imagine where you're going to be in 1 year from now if you change nothing. Nothing will change. Or you can choose to change. 1% every day. That's all it takes. When I began to choose to change, I started doing things that were not normal. I couldn't quite understand normal. I did the 12 steps, Al-Anon, all of it, because I was a codependent more than I was an addict. I thought if I could fix my people, I would be okay. That didn't work so good. I recovered from the battered woman syndrome. That was tough. That was tough. I had a hard time walking alone because I was always turning around. What if he's here? Because it was the threat of violence. It was the threat of death. Mess with the bull, you'll get the horns. I drove through Saskatchewan. I passed a place called Elkhorn. I'm like, I could have hid there. I would have been messing with the horns. He would have never found me. I laugh now because I know the power of my choice every single day. When I was driving here, one of the things that Spirit brought to me, because on top of all of this, I'm a psychic medium. So that kind of throws people a little bit. I do not know what you're thinking. And one of my most special guides, her name is Tracy. She was my best friend. She was there when Emily was born, and she died. And it was such a heartbreak. Oh. But she knew my abuser. They grew up together. So she understood his story, and she wasn't afraid of him. She was the one that called him out and said, you got to stop doing this. God, stop. He's like, oh yeah, what are you going to do? And she's like, I'll do anything for Nance. Anything? She said, I'll do anything. I'll call anybody. I'll do anything. And he said to her, fuck around and find out. So she did. She was the one that put the number for the shelter in the diaper bag. She was the one that I went to see regularly, weekly. And I learned to forgive my abuser. I learned to forgive the boat driver. And I took that 1 year when I made that choice, you know, the one that I offered you? What happens if, 1 year from now? And I wrote my memoir. Comes out on my birthday. Thank you. Freedom 55. Freedom 55. It's more than what Scotiabank and TD and they've all been telling you about your retirement funds. It's more than that. Freedom is doing what you want every single day. Freedom is taking responsibility for your choices because there's one common denominator in your life. It's you. So you've got to take life by the balls. You got to go balls deep. We hear all these sayings, right? But you got to go that deep. And you will be so proud of yourself. You will meet amazing people, I promise. And you'll meet yourself along the way. And you will have more joy in your life than you know what to do. And you will be so proud, and your children will be proud. Your parents will be proud. It's a good feeling place, I promise. So I'm going to draw a name.
All right.
Jay's going to draw a name. Yeah.
Moving next to Yo, Anthony, right here.
Isabel San Martin.
She's over there, right?
Thank you all very, very much. Thank you all for showing up. So give it some thought. 1 year from now, where do you want to see yourself? Make it happen.
Amen to that one!